God, all I need is to be called Mongrel by Gilgamesh once. That's all I need in life, guys. Don't tell me you don't wish for the same thing. I thought it'd be fun to go through a bunch of anime news. First thing that caught my eye, we got Mushoku Tensei announcing that they are going to be releasing a game. Now, when I see an anime announcement about releasing a game, 99% of the time, it is gacha game. So I'm like, it's whatever. It's another gacha game coming out. No, this seems to be, I'm gonna choose my words very carefully there, because I was about to say, this seems to be a game. Gacha games are real games, right? This seems to be an actual console game that is going to be released on PS4, Steam, and Switch. My first reactions to this is, would Mushoku Tensei make a good game? I don't know. Possibly. I think in terms of isekai and fantasy franchises, one thing I will say is that Mushoku Tensei has some of the best world building in isekai, and I would argue in light novel as well. So it could be a very, very interesting world to explore. But before we move on, I wanted to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, Vessi. Guys, do you own a pair of Vessis? If you don't, apologize to your feet right now because they are missing out. Vessi is, honest to God, one of my new favorite sneaker companies. Me and the boys love Vessi so much, Joey literally wore a pair of Vessis to my wedding in England. I love Vessi so much, I literally wore a pair at my Thai ceremony. Vessis has somehow represented in 2 wedding ceremonies in my life, so I don't know what more I need to say. Guys, it's winter now, and do you find yourself struggling with the cold, wet climate, getting water in your shoes and finding yourselves having cold, wet socks? Ew. And if you do, Vessi Stormburst is the only winter shoes that you need. Vessis are 100% waterproof, guaranteed to keep your feet dry during unpredictable weather. I'm talking to you, fellow Brits. They're made from Dymatex and they are comfy, durable, and breathable. And just in case it's really cold where you are right now, they're both grippy and warm. Oh, I mean, just feel this grip. I ain't slipping anywhere on my Vessis. Genuinely, I wear Vessis 90% of the time I leave the house now. I've worn my other Vessis to death now, so I need a new pair of sneakers. But if you don't like the style, don't worry, Vessis has so many other styles to choose from. So, what are you waiting for? Check out Vessi Stormburst and other Vessi styles at vessi.com/Gant. Get the Vessi sneaker and size you want now and use code GANT for 15% off your entire order. Thank you very much to Vessi for sponsoring me today. Back to the video. Doing a Goblin Slayer game as well? What? Wait, what? And a Macross game as well. There's a bunch of games coming out from anime then. First reactions from the trailer. Gameplay looks fucking incredible. The text that came flying, that looked like such incredible mechanics. 10 out of 10 gameplay right there. Here's the thing about anime games, right? It's very rare that I actually find a good anime tie-in game that's worth playing. I say this as someone who barely has enough time to actually play video games. So when I see an anime tie-in game, I have to ask myself, is this worth playing over all the mainstream games that I need to play? I still haven't played Elden Ring. Will Mushoku Tensei be worth playing above like Elden Ring in terms of my time? Probably not. But in terms of like the potential of like a video game world, I could see Mushoku Tensei being a decent enough game. Do you know what anime I actually thought would make a really, really good video game? Which probably won't meet my expectations I had in my head. Maiden Abyss. I remember first watching Maiden Abyss and I remember thinking to myself, damn, Maiden Abyss would actually be a really good f***ing video game to explore. Because the way the world is structured, it basically has different levels, right? Which is different levels in a video game. And the sense of exploration you get in Maiden Abyss is something that reminds me of, you know, Breath of the Wild or something like that, where I could really see myself getting immersed in the Maiden Abyss game. Speaking of Maiden Abyss just got confirmed to have a new sequel announced. I don't know if this is going to be a new Maiden Abyss film or if it is going to be season 3. I very much doubt it's going to be season 3 just because from my understanding, season 2 basically adapted almost everything. When it finished, there were like 4 chapters ahead or something like that. This one's a bit confusing. I don't know if this is going to be an anime original. I really hope it's not. It says it's a sequel, so I'm really fucking confused as to what this can be. God damn, just watching the trailer is getting me feels, man. Woo, we got more Fate. We got more Fate, guys. I actually don't know too much about Strange Fate, but I know a lot of Fate fans really enjoyed this light novel, so this is gonna be fun. Is that Sawano? All I needed was 2 notes. 2 notes. If it's Sawano, it must be. Where's the staff? There he is! There's my boy. Of course it is. Say what you want about Sawano, and God forbid I have said everything I wanted about Sawano, but god damn, does he know how to make a moment hit, man. I don't care if he's a one-trick pony. If it hits every time, I don't give a shit. God, you know what? I should start using mongrels more. I've gotten tired of calling everyone peasants. I feel like mongrels is a step up from there, you know? I am the master now.
A few minutes later.
God, all I need is to be called mongrel by Gilgamesh once. That's all I need in life, guys. Don't tell me you don't wish for the same thing. I know for a fact that that's one thing that me and Sydney can both agree on. So all I really remember about Fate Strange Fake is that, written by the author of Baccano, it's set in America, and I believe Gilgamesh is one of the main characters. That's all I need to hear. And now I know that Sawano is doing the OST, and A1 Pictures looks like it's some of like their premium work as well. I'm f***ing hyped. I am absolutely hyped, man. Next up, we have another anime that I've made a video about. Zom 100 anime just got announced. And before I say something about this, let's have a look at the trailer for this one. Wow! Was that non-CG zombies I saw? Woo! Okay, not gonna lie, that looks way better than I thought this was going to look. If you don't know the main plot of Zom 100, it's an original take on the zombie genre, in my opinion. And if it looks as good as High School of the Dead did, I'm gonna be really impressed. It's about a guy who is basically at a dead-end job. He's working at a company that abuses the f*** out of him. And then a zombie apocalypse happens. And most of the time, when a zombie apocalypse happens, the story revolves around one guy or one group of people trying to survive the apocalypse. But this story is more about, since the apocalypse has happened, he can do whatever the f*** he wants, and he's happy. He ends up going through his bucket list now that everyone around him is basically dead. And I really f***ing liked that. I'll be honest, he just like me. He just like me for real. If the apocalypse happened tomorrow, I would like to think I'm gonna fight tooth and nail, you know, have an episode of The Walking Dead to try and survive as much as possible. More likely, I just want to grab a f***ing beer and do all of the shit I wanted to do my entire life, you know? This sounds like a way better way to go out than some of the other zombie movies I've seen, man. It's a debut anime, and it's kind of looking very good. So, guys, check out Zom 100. It's yet another manga I've made a video about, so if you want a quick preview, you can check out my video. This isn't meant to be a plug. Genuinely, I think, now watching the trailer, this is going to be one to look out for. Next up, my girl's coming back, guys. My girl is coming back, guys. Let me get this out right now. Let me get out my family heirloom. Let me show this off for just a second, guys. Let me show this off. Woo! Sasuke Sensei is coming back with another manga, and you know I'm gonna be all up in this, man. The manga story is about a young man living in a share house together with 5 beautiful women with special circumstances. Oh, that's all I need, baby. That's all I need. Oh, I can feel the spice flowing already. First and foremost, I genuinely believe that Kei Sasuke is a good writer. That ain't cap. One of the reasons I loved Domestic Girlfriend so much, the manga, is because it's the perfect combination of good character writing with spicy plot developments. It was really weird reading a lot of these stories and getting invested in these characters and then having soap opera developments happening every 30 chapters or so. I kind of understand my mum reading Domestic Girlfriend, because I remember coming downstairs, I'm like, Mum, why are you watching all these shitty soap operas? I don't understand you, Mum. If you've ever watched any Asian soap operas or even just Korean dramas, oh my god, we think Domestic Girlfriend is ridiculous. Go watch a fucking Indian soap opera or a Southeast Asian soap opera. You have no idea, man. You have no fucking idea. And I was like, Mum, why'd you watch these kinds of shows? I don't understand it. They're so stupid. And then I read Domestic Girlfriend and I'm like, oh, Oh no, I've become my parents. I've become my mom. Come downstairs as a dad. My kid's gonna be like, Dad, really? You're watching Domestic Girlfriend again? You're watching this shitty thing again? The spice must flow. I would laugh if this just turns out to be a vanilla spice of life? Slice of life. You know what? Spice of life? That ain't a bad genre. That's her genre. Holy f. Alright, I've created a new genre. Speaking on the spice train, the last thing I want to talk about, I actually laughed seeing this tweet. I saw this. A new Isakai that is coming out. It's about a main character who got kicked out of his party, so he decides to take revenge by buying their mothers from the slave market. I just couldn't hold it in. Where the f have we gotten with Isekai at this point, man? Finally, I found a fantasy Isekai show that me and Connor can have a handshake over. I'm gonna say this outright. Slavery needs to f***ing die in Isekai. One of the worst f***ing tropes that has been done to death, and not even in any interesting f***ing way whatsoever. Guys, I don't know if this is a hot take, but slavery bad. Having said that, guys, let me finish. Let me cook for a second, guys. If you're gonna go f***ing down this route, don't try to portray it as like a good thing, you know? Don't try to like pull the wool over the reader's eyes to be like, guys, look at this cute raccoon girl, okay? Look, we're saving the cute raccoon girl by letting her be our slave, you know? No. If you're gonna go down the degenerate route, just go full degenerate. Just go full f***ing redo of a healer. Go full Isekai labyrinth. Do it for degeneracy. Okay? Because if that's the case, no one's gonna fucking take it seriously. This seems to be one of those shows that is going down that route. You know? That's my opinion. If this ever gets an anime, am I going to watch it? Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. At least like 1 or 2 episodes. Who wouldn't want to watch this? This is just a MILF collector isekai. Who wouldn't want to watch that, man? And that was all of the news I found in December that I thought was interesting.
I definitely didn't forget to record an outro for this stream. Anyway though, that's it from me. I've been Gigik and I'll see you all next time.